affect Jerry's whole future.
Boy, I never thought I'd be sitting here like this. Sure, I knew other kids who'd been suspended from school and all the trouble they had, but I never thought it'd happen to me. Well, they suspended. So what? That's okay too. The other kids will still think I'm a pretty big man. Only there's gonna be a lot of bother. How come I got into this mess anyway? How come? Here they think they are anyway. Because they figure they think they can tell everybody what to do. Make me feel like a real punk who thinks can laugh at me. What's the difference if I didn't win? Everybody was watching me, and I couldn't back out, could I? They'd think I was chicken. Mom called the whole thing a storm in a teacup. After all, boys would be boys, she said. It wasn't as if I'd done anything terrible, just a little fight. Sure, the school has a rule against fighting, and when you come right down to it, I did start the whole thing. I guess I wasn't alone, but Mom was on my side. So what could I lose? Still, I suppose she had to agree to letting them discipline me. 1 week on the trash detail, boy, especially in the girls section, that was really humiliating. The other kids are probably laughing their head off. And then another election, just because I got an F in a home assignment. Now, so what? It's not the school grades that matter, but whether or not you're popular in it. That's the way to be, somebody rather than nobody. The most important thing, not children. I'd show them that I was somebody, not afraid of anything. I'd show them a real stunt. I wanted all of them to look up to me, not to laugh at me. I have a good idea now why I'm sitting here in this fine mess. It wasn't just the one thing. I've been wrong in a lot of
Jerry wanted to be accepted, liked and admired by his friends. But all his showing off and rebellion really just accomplished the opposite in the long run. Playing the big man, he had even placed himself and others in danger and created trouble for his friends. But he was hurting no one nearly as much as he was hurting himself. Well, he had called the tune. Now he had to face the music. But perhaps it wasn't too late. He had been wrong. He knew that now. Perhaps he would get another chance. Jerry did get another chance. He had taken an honest look at himself and had come up with some good answers. If he's smart enough to act upon them, then he is taking the first step towards growing up.